Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now in the NFL landscape is nothing short of seismic, especially for the Green Bay Packers. Rumors and reports point to a blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire NFC North and reshape the Packers' future prospects. Yes, I'm talking about the potential trade of Max Crosby, one of the most relentless pass rushers in the league, from the Las Vegas Raiders to Green Bay. If this deal goes through, it's not just a simple exchange. It's a signal that the Packers are aiming for a serious shift, a strategic move to bolster their defense and position themselves as serious contenders once again. Crosby, of course, has been a dominant force for the Raiders. His ability to pressure quarterbacks is pretty much unmatched, especially in recent seasons. He's a guy who can disrupt plays, force turnovers, and create chaos in the backfield. In the 2023-2024 season, he was named All-Pro, and for good reason. His stats are impressive. In 2025 alone, he had 30 pressures, 5 sacks, and a PFF grade of 87.6. That's elite production by any standard. His EPA per rush was 16, showing how effective he's been at forcing negative plays for opposing offenses. Moreover, he recorded 9 tackles for loss and has amassed over 400 tackles and 65 sacks in his career so far. That's the kind of player who can elevate a defense and turn it into a formidable unit. And it's not just about raw numbers. Crosby's motor, his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, is what makes him stand out. Think about Khalil Mack, that same kind of motor and disruptive presence. His minimal injury history, only missing 0 games in 2025, speaks to his durability and commitment. This guy is a true game changer. For the Raiders, however, the situation got complicated. Post-Pierce, the team entered a bit of chaos, and it seems like they're making moves to reset and rebuild with an eye on the future. Trading Crosby, especially for a first-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027, signals that the Raiders are prioritizing cap space and draft capital, perhaps to focus on their rebuild or to free up funds for future signings. But why would the Packers be so interested in Crosby? Well, for starters, it's about the immediate impact. Their pass rush, which has been somewhat inconsistent, could get a huge boost. Currently, Green Bay's defense ranks around 14th in sacks, but adding a player of Crosby's caliber could elevate that number significantly. His presence on the line, especially when used in blitz packages or as a disruptor alongside players like Rashan Gary, could be a game changer. Picture Crosby lining up in blitz packages with Hafley increasing pressure on opposing quarterbacks by an estimated 42 additional pressures projected this season. That's a massive upgrade. And considering Gary's own impressive sack tally last season, 7 sacks, the Duke could be devastating. Now, one of the most exciting aspects of this potential trade is how Crosby's skill set complements the existing roster. Wyatt's status as a bit of a question mark at the defensive end position makes Crosby's addition even more critical. His ability to generate pressure and create mismatches could also help mitigate concerns about other pass rushers like Miller, who recorded 14 sacks in 2023. This kind of upgrade would elevate the defense into a top 5 unit, allowing only around 16 points per game, a number that can win championships. It's about transforming the front 7 into a nightmare for offenses, creating turnovers and setting up the offense with short fields, especially crucial when the team is led by Jordan Love. And speaking of Love, this move could be the spark that helps him thrive even more. With a stronger pass rush, Love can operate with more confidence, knowing he's got a defense that can hold and create turnovers. The Packers, with Crosby, could be looking at a new identity, a defense that not only stops the run, but also gets after the quarterback relentlessly. And don't forget, Crosby's playoff experience and ability to be a beast in high-pressure moments, with strip sacks and game-changing plays, could be the difference-maker in close games and postseason battles. Now you might be asking, what does this mean for the division and the Super Bowl odds? Well, right now, the Packers' Super Bowl odds are around plus 3,500, but with Crosby's addition, those odds could improve significantly, potentially dropping to plus 1,400 or better. He's the kind of player who can turn a team's playoff fortunes around, especially considering his proven ability to step up in big moments. His presence would not only boost the pass rush, but also send a message to the rest of the league that Green Bay is back in the mix, ready to challenge the NFC powers and make a serious run. But it's not just about the immediate impact. This trade signals a long-term vision. The Packers front office seems to be thinking big, looking at ways to revamp the defense with a star who can be the cornerstone of their pass rush for years to come. Crosby's contract, which is manageable at around $11 million, fits within their cap structure, making the trade not just a move for now but a strategic investment in the future. It's reminiscent of those 90s revivals, where a team makes bold moves to change the narrative and set the stage for sustained success. And let's not ignore the fact that the NFL landscape is shifting. Teams are realizing that having a dominant pass rush is one of the quickest ways to turn a game around. The Rams with Aaron Donald, the 49ers with their relentless front. These teams have shown that controlling the line of scrimmage can decide playoff games and Super Bowls. Green Bay with Crosby could be positioning itself in that echelon. The addition of a player like him could also serve as a catalyst for other strategic moves, like trading for other edge rushers or bolstering their secondary to complement the pressure generated up front. Now, in the context of the NFC North, this move could have ripple effects. The Vikings and Lions are already competitive, but if Green Bay manages to land Crosby and significantly improve their pass rush, it could tilt the balance of power. The Vikings, for example, are counting on their offense led by Kirk Cousins and a decent defense, but if the Packers can get after the quarterback consistently, it could disrupt their offensive rhythm. The Lions, who are known for their explosive offense, could find themselves under more pressure from the Packers' improved front seven. It's a chess match, and this potential trade could be the move that shifts the entire game. Now I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Because, folks, this kind of move, if it happens, isn't just about one player. It's about the message it sends to the league, to the division, and to the fans. The Packers are serious about contending again, and they're willing to make bold, strategic decisions to get there. Looking ahead, the NFL draft and offseason moves are going to be heavily influenced by this potential trade. If Green Bay manages to acquire Crosby, it could mean they're less focused on drafting a pass rusher early and more on building the offensive line or secondary to complement their new star. It's a chess game, and the Packers' front office seems to be playing it masterfully. They're looking at their roster, identifying gaps and making moves that could set them up for a deep playoff run. And finally, fans, imagine the scene in Lambeau Field if Crosby is wearing green and gold this season. The roar of the crowd, the sight of him rushing the quarterback with relentless energy, it's exactly the kind of upgrade that could energize the team and the fan base alike. It's about creating a culture of dominance again, one that echoes the great defenses of the past, but with a modern twist. Crosby, with his motor and playmaking ability, could be the missing piece that takes the Packers back to the top of the NFC and ultimately back to the Super Bowl. So, in conclusion, we're on the cusp of what might be one of the most exciting offseasons in recent Packers history. The potential trade of Max Crosby is a move that could define the franchise for years to come. It's about more than just one player. It's about signaling a new era of aggressive, strategic football. The Packers seem to be setting their sights high, and with Crosby's addition, they'll be a team to watch in the coming months. The NFL landscape is changing, and the Packers are positioning themselves for a bright, competitive future. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.